So I'm looking at healing methods here on the Bible about it's like Lilliput basically if you read the Old Testament, and King David is basically like the Gulliver on his travels. O Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, and who has set the glory above the heavens. On the mouth of babes and suckling hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies. Thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. So the Lord has, and then another verse it goes, He will enlarge me. So there's people in the earth, above the earth, and around the earth, and all over the earth. So it was a very interesting time, especially if you were King David, son of the right hand. Gulliver's Travels, basically. What I'm looking at is healing methods. Now, a lot of people in towns in Ireland, they've had a small gene pool, and they've got deformities from inbreeding. It's not only in Ireland, it happens in places. One of the most famous places for it is the Appalachian Mountains in America. They talk about stuff like that. But inbreeding is a problem. But the Son of Righteousness will arise with healing in his wings, and they shall go forth and grow up as calves in a stall, or so, along those lines. So what sort of healing? Recently, I broke. I launched. As far as I know, I got launched out a window, and I broke my collarbone. So I went to a festival with a broken collarbone, and I had to take some painkillers. So I used German medicine. I used MDMA for a painkiller, and it was very effective, extremely effective. And I used magic mushrooms to put stem cells and growth hormones back into my body. To fix that, I walked out at festival 3 days later healed with no broken bone because of the amount of stem cells and mushrooms and stuff that I took, and used harmonics, the music, the healing of the music. I transcended the pain, using the Bible, of course, as the mainstay to do this. So these sort of healing in such short time is not recognised by modern medicine, because they can't make any money. If I'm healed in 3 days of a serious injury like that, and I can perfect that sort of healing, the pharmaceutical industry is not worth shit. All of the suffering and the needless suffering and the hospitals and stuff like that are no longer needed. So what I'm talking about is stem cell rejuvenation, and how it works is I can get mushrooms, right? Mushrooms grow really fast. Within 24 hours, the whole structure of the mushroom just goes and it's there, and then it starts to rot away. Well, if I can get that mushroom, like say I get grapes and I dry them up, they become raisins. The stuff is still inside, but it's not as. The only thing that's missing is the water. Well, I done the same with thousands of mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, psilocybin and other chemicals in them. And I got 2,000 of them, and over 4 days I shrunk them down inside a clay pot. And I created snuff. Credo Mucho, the Zulu shaman, taught me how to do this. And I used that to heal a lot of things that I was ailing in my body. And it was working until I got arrested and battered. It broke up again by the police. So there's a lot of stuff that's been suppressed in these little towns, these little hick towns. Like I'll go into one town like Dunshaughlin. That's legendary around that area for being like inbred cousins, marrying cousins and stuff like that. I don't know, I didn't see any deformities, I don't know if it's true, but people do be saying that's what it's like. But I'm sure there's loads of little towns like that. If you've no one to marry, you've no one to marry, simple as that. And if your family's greedy and they're keeping all the money and all the stuff, it's not going to help. But in the last days, which we're in now, people cop onto that and the healing. So I've already got my leg from inbreeding. It was a bit shorter than the other. I could snap that leg, stretch it out, and use the same method I used to heal me collarbone to heal that leg within a few days. Now I'm running around on a leg on an injury of a dislocated knee that's supposed to be a 2-season injury for a footballer. and I'm only 3 or 4 weeks into it because of what I was, because of the way I'd used the healing methods. So I want to bring that healing methods out of the darkness into the light and share it. But I keep getting bounced on and battered and kicked around the place, and I'm not able to share these healing methods with people because of the way I've been treated. So these people in these groups, they call one another travellers. They call one another travellers. The fellow traveller, they have to do the funny handshake, Masons and stuff like that. I'm not a Mason, I'm just a normal traveller. But if you read the Bible, it speaks about different realms and different kingdoms and entering into them and being enlarged. The Lord will enlarge you when the enemy's around and all. So you could become a giant by the sounds of it. When there's 20 people on top of you, I could become like Samson and get the jaw of an ass and just kill loads of people. The Lord can give you that power, but if you're in a spot of bother, according to the Bible. So, in order to get their mind around what's going on, look at it this way: microbial realms. Most of it's based around microbials. If I look up into the sky, what I'm told I'm looking at is a star that's burning out, but that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that's actually an angel. And all the dark matter around it is the angel under a spiritual attack. Sometimes they fall to earth. So the microbial realm is actually above us. That's why you have to look through telescopes to see what's going on. And you're actually being deceived because they're actually smaller. And in order to transcend that realm, you have to be able to go smaller. So when the Bible says the remnant of Moab will become very small, hide them in your house. So what is Moab? Well, it sounds a bit like leprechauns, to tell you the truth. If you read the Bible, it tells you about the remnant of Moab become small and weak and hide them in your house and stuff like that. That's leprechauns as far as I can make out. Something like that, Lilliputians, Lilliputs. And when I'm in here, they're giving me these tablets. I'm in this little place in here, this little hospital, and they're trying to give me these lily tablets. So that's why I brought up Lilliputians and Lilliputs and Lily fucking this and that, because the tablets are actually called lilies. So make what you will of that, but I'm trying to heal people and I'm getting hopped off. I need backup, and that's what I'm putting this video out there for, healing. I want to heal people, but they want to kill me for it, or beat me up for it and lock me up for it.